Okay, we get something to drink. I think the episode should be on just a few minutes. Guys, I decided to do two things tonight. I'm gonna watch the season two, episode two of The Last of Us, and also my Minnesota Wild started a playoff game tonight. So their playoff series tonight. So I'm gonna be watching that too. Happy Easter to you too, Jim Tim. Jake wasn't born. I'd be clapping and be excited. Let me get a screenshot. Hold up. All right, and you're gone. Hold on 1 second, guys. Happy Easter, Metal. All right, guys. I think, what time is it? Just about 8 o'clock. The episode should be out any second now. Um. Oh crap! Crap! All right, guys. I think the episode should be coming out any second now. All right. It is 8 o'clock. Let me see if it's out. And I gotta get going quickly because we got the episode. We got the game right after the episode. Yep, it's out. It's out, guys. All right. All right. All right. I gotta get going because we got the game right after the episode. So I'm just gonna get right into it because I gotta get going. I gotta get going. We got the game really right after the episode, so let's just get into it. All right, guys, here we go. I'm gonna put myself on mute because I don't have headphones on me right now. Skip this. All right, here we go, guys. I am starting, and I'm probably gonna watch the recap. By the way, guys, yeah, I'm gonna watch the recap. All right, I'm starting. Say the thing you're free to say. All right, here we go, guys. Yeah. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be the night of his death, guys. I got a feeling tonight's gonna be the night of his death. I got a feeling. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I think tonight's gonna be the night of his death. Dude, why don't you get a fucking job? All right, here we go, guys. Start the episode. Let's do it. Oh, dang, she's gonna see her dad dead. And Joel's the one who killed her dad. Okay, this is okay. Oh hell no. Okay. Okay, dude. That's messed up. That's messed up, dude. Right?
Like that in the dark. I do have
Whatever, bro.
the effort.
Oh, I love Jesse. Yeah, I hope she falls to her death. Yeah, I hope all those zombies get to her. Oh god. It's looking like this is they're gonna go the same route they did with the game guys. It's looking like it. She meets up with Joel and Tommy and then she betrays them. But instead of the game being Joel and Tommy, this time it's just Joel, I guess. Oh my god. Yep, tonight's gonna be the night for sure, guys. If not tonight, and they run out of time tonight, it's gonna be next episode for sure. Now Tommy's concerned he's gonna go out and look for him. Yeah, I kind of figured that. I don't know, dude. I just thought it was kind of cool that it does that when I do that. I'm gonna be honest, guys. If HBO actually has the guts to actually kill off Joel this early in the season, fuck this show. Fuck this show. Yo, fucking bloater. Fuck yeah, Tommy. That's what I'm fucking talking about, bro. Oh no, the bloater's pissed. Fuck yeah, Tommy. That's what I'm talking about. Dang. Those dogs are going crazy. Fuck, guys. He's totally dying. He's dying this episode, totally. Appreciate it, man. Oh god, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, he's gone, guys. He's totally dying this episode.
Abby.
Hate to break it to you guys, but he's gone this episode, totally. Hey, Brandon. What's up, Brandon? I did not block you. Well, guys, that's the episode. Um, that's the episode, guys, and they end the episode with Joel getting killed, just like I figured. Just like I figured they would. That's so weird. I did not block you. Alright, guys, let's see the preview for next episode, then we gotta get ready for the game. Sure, go ahead. Alright, guys, that was the episode. Now we gotta get ready for the game. The game should be starting any minute now. I gotta get ready for the game. Let me find it. See if I can find it. I actually don't have cable anymore. So let me see. I might be able to get it on Mac and Disney Plus actually. Hold on, let me see on Disney Plus. What games? The game might be available to watch on Disney Plus. It might be because I got ESPN on there. So yeah, it might be able to watch on Disney Plus. It might. I don't know for sure yet though. Maybe try Max. Let me try Max here. Huh. I'm not sure where to find it. I don't have time to fix it right now. I'm busy right now. I don't have time to fix it. I'm busy. The game is gonna be starting any minute now. I'm trying to find to be able to a way to be able to watch it. I can't. I'm not sure how. I'm not sure how, and I don't have time to be looking into that right now. I don't have time for it. I'm busy. I'm trying to find the game. I'm sorry. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. When they had to go into the final 22 seconds. Yeah, here we go. The goal that punched their oh, thank God. Thank God I found it before game time. I don't know how I'll be able to find. I don't know how to do it, Minecraft man. I'm sorry. I don't. I don't know. I don't know how to do it, dude. And I'm busy right now. I right now I'm just so busy. The game's gonna be starting any minute. I can't, bro. I can't. I don't know how to do it. I don't want to. I just don't feel like looking into it right now. I just don't feel like looking into it right now. The game's gonna be starting soon. I don't have time for it. Whatever. The game hasn't even started yet, and I'm trying to do something real quick. Trying to do something real quick. I don't know how to do it. I told you. My God. I just don't feel like doing it right now, Minecraft man. Whatever. Whatever, dude. I, I, you gotta understand, dude. I got things going on. I'm busy doing stuff. I don't have time to be doing it right now. I told you. Visit APIAScholars.org to learn more about how you can make a difference in the lives of APIA students. The Silverado Trail Boss. I don't know how to do it. That's the thing. Visit the Twin Cities Auto Show to see the Chevy lineup. Then stop by your local dealer where well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing on the 2025 Silverado 1500 Turbo Max. Hey, let me look at my chat real quick. See if someone banned you. When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we are at our best, world awareness. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Try it now, Minecraft man. Try it now. I think I just did it. 17, you remember the playoffs? It's a full season worth of hard work coming together to try to find a way to win. It's just a special time of the year, and it's more physical. The speed of the game goes up, and obviously everything's at stake for your season. We're a pretty resilient group on everything we went through. It's just kind of answering to whatever the team needed. Lot of adversity and tough stretches, but we found wins when we needed the most, and that's why we're the playoffs. It's a challenge. I always love being in big games. It's 7 games against a team you can't stand, and it brings up the best they do all games. Morel Kaprizov enters his 4th postseason, 10 goals in 19 career playoff games. And Chief Williams. It's working. It's working. To make his debut in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Philip Gustafson makes the start for Minnesota. 2-3 in his playoff career. Here are the Northland Forward starting goaltenders. I mean, it's a very interesting goalie matchup in this. That both are 1As for the first time. They've shared the net in the past. They both have some playoff experience. But with Philip Gustafson, he's coming off the career best in terms of games played, wins, shutouts. Heck, he even scored this year. But can he be as good when it matters the most? All right, here we go, guys. We're just supposed to drop the puck. The other net, it's 8th to Italy. He came into the year with some question marks. Contract year, could he handle the pressure of being 1A? I don't feel like giving that information. I figured it out though. It's probably an accident.
Vegas decides to match the William Carlson line against Minnesota's big guns of Erickson and Boldy.
It was probably an accident.
Is that more about getting Carlson on that line or about getting Eichel away from him? McNabb delivers the first heavy hit, sending Boldy to the ice. Gaudreau in on the forecheck for Minnesota. He's tied up by Hamilton on the end wall. Middleton down from the point, keeps it alive for a while. A bouncing puck settled by Gaudreau. Zuccarello hammers one. That hit traffic and deflect for the corner. Johansson on it for Minnesota, knocked away by McNabb and controlled by Hamilton. Gaudreau tries to hold for the Wild. Comes free at center. He takes a bump from Stone as he splits it back down into Vegas territory.
Well,
I think it's a good shift for that second line.
it wasn't either of them. It wasn't either of them. I'll say that. But don't worry about it. All that matters is that I figured it out.
I just think the Wild need to work smarter and be prepared in a lot of different situations. It ramps up physicality and checking. The physical stuff naturally increases, but I think where the Wild can have an advantage is if they turn the brains on and they work smarter, be better in situations like face-offs, line changes, intense situations, perhaps 4-on-4 on the bench. Just be prepared in those spots, and you can create a great little advantage for yourself. Whitecloud tried to go cross-ice with it. Toledo got a stick on it. Hartman wraps it off the boards and off the center ice. Dorothea to the Minnesota line, and Hartman comes back to claim it. Around behind the net to favorites.
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I know who it was, and I'm not going to give that information.
Nyquist. Trying to get shoved to the Vegas line. A hit thrown by Foligno. Separated the puck, but the Golden Knights control once more. Gustafsson has to make the shoulder save. Puck comes to the wall. Whitecloud delivers a hit there. It's a physical start here. 2 minutes in Vegas. You're going to have to go through bodies to get to open ice. Nyquist over speed and the bouncing puck to the Vegas line. Hamilton sidestep to check.
It's all good.
Olsar to the Minnesota line. Left down by Bogosian. And Guyen has it back to the net for Minnesota. First shift goes Eve Guyen. The referees, I think they're letting everybody get their first hit in, their first hit. And we'll see, but they're certainly letting them play now. The bodies are flying. This team's now among the most physical in the league during the regular season. Wild slightly more physical than Vegas. Minnesota was 22nd in the league. Vegas 27th in terms of hits per night. Well, Wild hit leader Marcus Foligno went after Keaton Colasar there, and then Tranian kind of cleaning up on Vegas. I think there's an identity component to that bottom six that as the season went on, that's what talks over with that play in the offensive zone. Things like that. He's encouraged it. Now they're playing a little bit more confidence, being physical. Gerald Spurgeon around behind the Middleton. Johansson deflects the center. Zuccarello there for the Wild. Zuccarello knocked down as he battles for the puck and brings it in offside. And we get another whistle and a neutral zone draw coming. Bruce Cassidy behind the bench for Vegas has twice reached the Stanley Cup Finals. 19-10 in his career in the postseason with Vegas. He also went once to the finals with Boston. Boy, look at those numbers. 19 and 655 win percentage in the playoffs. He knows how to get his groups prepared. 9 straight times in the playoffs. He's gone deep multiple times. And Cassidy's been there, done that when it comes to coaching in the playoffs. Icing here against Minnesota. This Vegas club, playoff tested, 95 postseason games since they came into the league in 17-18. Only Tampa Bay has played 4 postseason contests. And Vegas only has one guy that's played in all of those. That's William Carlson, 95 playoff games. He's the guy tasked with checking the top group for the Wild. And I think that experience is a big reason why Cassidy trusted him in this spot.
had such a terrific run during that 23 Stanley Cup sprint by the Golden Knights. Zuccarello with a long shot. Johansson tries the wraparound. Zuccarello picks it off the boards. Brodin lines, fires, tipped in front, loose puck, tipped out by Hill, and then smothered.
And I think you look at this group, that's what they have to do. That's twice now in the first 3.5 minutes that Zuccarello's kind of been patrolling the blue line, gets a shot, and he's brought the shot first mentality. Now the challenge is going to be getting to the interior of the ice on these second passes. Johansson net front. Now there's some action out in front, but Vegas and these big D to box out. That's the one that they got to get to. I think the girl was flying through, almost able to get it. But Aiden Hill very much knows how to play in front of this Vegas defense. It's stop the first one, control your rebounds. He doesn't have to make a lot of second and third saves. If the Wild can force him to, that's where he beats.
Faber got to the head of Kaprizov, deflected away and picked up by Waugh. Nicholas Waugh, the Minnesota line, handed it off to Kolesar, and he shots off a stick and out of play. And another face-off. This one will come to the Minnesota zone. Cassidy has the advantage of last change here at home, but it was interesting. We talked yesterday. You could tell he has a confidence in how deep his defensive core is, but he might not have to look at this as a hard match situation.
And I think he also likes the depth he has down the middle. It's Waugh, Carlson, Hurdle, and Eichel. I think he trusts those guys in every situation. And again, I think the match is about getting Eichel away from somebody versus being fearful of who he has on the ice.
Goldie picks it up for Minnesota and carries out to center, then fires it into the Vegas zone. It's skipped by Hill. Hill was the goaltender when Vegas won the Cup in 2023. He played in 16 of their postseason games that year, won 11 of them. Posted a 93.2 save percentage. Here's Carlson on a backhand. Kick saved by Gustafson. And the rebound scooped up by Boldy.
The backhand is hard to read. Nice shot there from Carlson and Gustafson. The blocker, but did a good job directing it to the wall.
William really got dumped into the Vegas bench on a hit by Whitecloud. And the puck comes back down into the Minnesota zone.
Always special attention to the opposition in the playoffs. Vegas is certainly well aware that Williams playing his first NHL game. They'll be all over.
Hey, back to pick it up for Vegas. Marco Rossi is playing his first playoffs game tonight. On Nyquist. Chips it back in for Minnesota, but it deflects up and out of play. And yet another face-off.
Well, good for you. As you can see, I am the complete opposite, as you can see by my jersey and my hat. But I hope it's a good series, bro. That's all I can say. I hope it's a good series.
Rebound control off to the corner while out the zone.
Overall, this is the 14th trip to the Stanley Cup playoffs for Minnesota. All time, they're 5-8 in first round game one. 5-5 when those series openers have been played on the road. They've won 3 of the last 4. It's a takeaway from Minnesota, but the shot by Hartman went wide.
Well, what a gift that was. And Hartman, I like the thought process there. Quick shot to catch Aiden Hill.
Here's Hartman in again. Moves by McNabb, a shot, a save by Hill. Rebound controlled by Stone. Pushes ahead for Barbashev. It's knocked back out the center where McNabb controls. And a hit by Barbashev behind the play. Knocks Hartman to the ice. He's thrown to his feet. Hartman limping to the Minnesota bench after the hit by Barbashev.
Well, what does that full shift to Ryan Hartman? Gets the takeaway. He's on the great rush on the back check. He runs into Barbashev, and he takes the worst of it.
The little Kaprizov. Escapes Pietrangelo to Eriksson Ek, a shot, but that was blocked. Faber to Kaprizov. Got a team near the line, and he turns it over. Townsend's in for Vegas. A shot saved by Gustafson. Rebound picked up by Brodin. Got it ahead to Eriksson Ek, but he gave it away. Fortunately for Eriksson Ek and the Wild, Kolesar was still in the zone, and Vegas would have been offside.
Well, the last shot from Howland, it looked like it got through Gustafson, and he could track where it was, but he didn't feel it kind of off his left shoulder.
Boldy with a hit in front of the Vegas bench. Hag pushes forward. Olsen in, but his shot knocked away off the side of the net. Zuccarello at center for Minnesota. Working against White Cloud. Drives it to the backhand. And then fired it just wide. What a move by Zuccarello.
With a lot to come to play. I mean, from Harvin to Zuccarello, they're not sitting back.
Goudreau spins away from White Cloud. His pass hit Zuccarello skates. Johansson was open on the back door. Spurgeon steps up, and Olsen's able to clear for Vegas. Victor Olsen playing his first Stanley Cup playoff game tonight. Long shot blocked by Hill, and he hangs on. It has been physical here in Vegas so far. Ryan Hartman on the receiving end of a Barbashev hit. And then Philip Gustafson comes up big for Minnesota. Game one.
I have 10 years of experience.
This job requires a college degree. Any degree. Any degree. Just
Oh,
Indeed matches you with jobs that actually match your experience.
and what was your major?
pants.
Oh,
Your own personal Jesus.
All right, no worries. Do what you gotta do, bro.
Your prayers, someone to say.
Do what you gotta do, bro.
Reach
All
out.
right, guys, I gotta go use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Your water store. When it comes to your home's water, you may have questions. Whether it's city or well. What's in your water? Green water and Get yourself a cleaner, softer laundry, spotless dishes, and worry-free drinking water when you upgrade to Connecticut, the world's most efficient water treatment system, and save up to 25% in our spring into savings sale. Visit us online at Connecticut.com to find a dealer near you. Life is better with Connecticut water.
Let's go here for more citizens of the law.
happy grass, happy homes.
What do you do? Regular feeding, it makes all difference. That's weed and feed. The product is incredible.
Now's the time to kill existing weeds with Turf Builder Weed and Feed.
Feed them all. Feed.
You got to wear down your opponent in game one because game six it might come into play. And I think the way I'm built and the way that I like to lead is good for these types of good for these scenarios in this time of year.
And the way you wear them down is by hitting them, and that's what Marcus Foligno does. Led the Wild was ninth in the league with 253 hits. In fact, when these teams met in 2021, in game one, he led the Wild with 10 hits. I talked to Foligno about setting the tone and said, what was great? Because having that grind end on Tuesday, having a couple extra days to get ready, he loves the button around here, guys. There's been a good edge to Minnesota as they get ready to play this game.
A good start for the Wild, a confident start. Stone in the corner, letting him play it off the center.
Yeah, the other part too is Marcus Foligno being good in his role, and I think the four lines have been good in their role. Guys embracing that. Marcus has to be physical. That second line has to be good to still control the puck. And that fourth line, physical and direct to the net. I think every line is playing their identity.
Theodore to Barbashev, one touch for Eichel at center. Across the Stone. Knocked off of his stick by Brodin. Here's a chance for Kaprizov, but he's cut off on the other end by McNabb. Eichel throws it down toward the Minnesota goal. Gustafson steers to the side for Brodin. Now block favorite. For Johansson. Goudreau deflects it into the Vegas zone. Hurdle. Off the skate of Dorothea, he has it back. Dorothea working against Boogan. Johansson back to claim it for the Wild around to Bogosian. Back to Bogosian, a veteran of 54 career playoff games, the defensive partner of Williams tonight.
And the Wild is outside. But you start to see the way Williams likes to play. He gets the blue line, create offense there.
All right, I'm still here, guys.
They're trying to counter back.
I just had to go use the bathroom real quick, and I'm trying to make some food as well. But I'm still here.
Pretty exciting.
Marco Rossi takes this draw for Minnesota. Outstanding season for Rossi this year, 60 points, topping last year's total of 40.
A really strong start to the year for him. He kind of faded down the stretch. Despite playing all 82 games, it's durable, but perhaps fatigued near the end. I think the hope is that he can become the player in the playoffs that he was by the first 45 games of the year.
Nyquist deflects this one in. White Cloud takes a peck from Rossi. Golden Knights are officially out of their zone, but good pressure by Foligno knocked it away. Howden stood up at the Minnesota line by Middleton. And Rossi's out the puck.
What to like about the way the Walkers playing right now. Number one is probably support. Anytime Vegas gets the puck, there's back pressure. They're going through people. And I think Vegas doesn't have the buy-in terms of skating right now.
Faber works free at the line. Faber in. Still with the puck in the corner. Then tried to center, but it was broken up. All of that started after a physical attack by Marcus Foligno, who right now is tangled up with the Vegas net, knocking it loose. Foligno's hit along the wall, created a loose puck, and led to the chance for Minnesota.
Yeah, these can always be dangerous too.
Okay.
When they're fishing for
I like the aggressiveness, Molino. I like the aggressiveness.
Puck is left there.
I love it.
He gets it. When we look at it, control alt delete, see you later. Out, and it's to the net.
Face off the front of neutral ice, approaching halfway through this first period. Game one in Vegas, when these teams met in 2021. Game one was played right here, went to overtime. Joel Eriksson scored the winner for Minnesota in a 1-0 Wild win.
Much different setting back then.
Loose puck in the crease, and Gustafsson able to find it and cover.
I think Vegas opened up the playoffs, allowing 4,500 people in the building. The Wild good on the road this year, but this is a different environment than they've ever been in. And they've got the experience of playing Vegas in the playoffs, but not like this. So far, halfway through this first, they've done a good job keeping the crowd out.
Yeah, we'll see, bro. We'll see.
Well, here in the Minnesota zone. Trying to get hustles over the player. Olafson applying pressure for Vegas. Bodine tried to play it across, but it hit Carlson's skate. Faber off the center ice. Chipped ahead and down with the icing against Minnesota. These teams met in that 2021 postseason. At that time, Minnesota had the upper hand in the series against Vegas. The numbers on the left before that playoff streak. The Wild were 11-2-3 against Vegas, and you can see they had a significant edge in just about every category. Since Vegas beat them in 7, they've dominated the series. Minnesota just 2-9-1 in the last 12 head-to-head.
Yeah, perhaps the psychological advantage. They beat them when it mattered most, and Vegas has kind of gone on a run.
Vegas won all 3 regular season meetings this year. In all 3 cases, Minnesota was on the back end of a back-to-back. But Vegas took the 3 by a combined score of 12-4. Halfway through the first. Wild, the Golden Knights, 0-0 is game 1 from T-Mobile Arena.
But I'm gonna go get a refill of my pop real quick. Be right back.
I don't even order 5. There's not enough money in my account for these. I'm gonna get charged.
2 things I just can't deal with: overdraft charges and garden gnomes. But your BMO Smart Advantage checking account gives you an extra day to avoid an overdraft fee.
Nice to see a bank cutting people some slack.
Mistakes happen, and we give you time to correct them.
So you don't like gnomes, huh? What about that one?
That one I like a lot.
No matter how you use energy, it needs to be safe. At XL Energy, our employees work tirelessly to restore power after outages, update and protect the grid, and above all, deliver energy to you. Because while what we provide is essential, getting it to you safely is vital.
Just every single play matters. Not that it doesn't in the regular season, but it's just that extra effort at every single shift that you have to give. It's more physical. The speed of the game goes up, and obviously everything's at stake for your season.
It was interesting talking to some of the Vegas players who, as we mentioned before, have gone through this, not just before, but they've gone through it together. And that was one of the things that they often referred to as the fact that they had a better idea of what it took to make sure they put the proper emphasis on each little play and to understand the importance of each little play, even in game one of round one.
And experience matters, but it also only matters when it works. And right now, I think you got to tip your cap to the Wild because they're outworking Vegas a little bit. Vegas might have all of that experience, but the Wild are getting to the puck first, and that's what's making the difference. Shots are still low, 5-4, actually in Vegas' favor. I think the Wild actually probably have the lone scoring chance, and that was a takeaway from Ryan Hartman.
Yeah. All right, Chosen. I'm just relaxing watching the Wild playoff game right now, but yeah, I'll definitely send you the link.
Into the corner for Kaprizov. Kaprizov to Boldy, and that shot deflects up into the netting out of the play.
I like this play, and Vegas scouted it. It's one of Matt Boldy's favorite. Eric Sinek. It's
Here, I'll send you the link right now. Hold on 1 second.
Boy, if that's not Mark Stone, who for a winger gets selfie bullets, I think Eric Sinek gets a good one-timer right there, but good face-off win execution of the play. Boldy's likely going to take the same route right here. Over the top, win it. That's Vegas.
Arsenac wins it clean again. Brodin to favor. This time in behind. Boldy out of the corner with it. Kaprizov knocks it down. Back to Boldy. Boldy trying to lose Hannafin. Then tried to center. Long got a piece of it. And the Golden Knights control and Howden. They went by favor after he dumped it in.
I just think it's going to be tough for the Wild to win those. Saab with the kick out. Matt Zuccarello gets aggressive. That opens up some space for Theodore. He gets the drop pass from Hurdle, and he just freezes Zuccarello. Zuccarello kind of in a bad spot, caught flat-footed. But Gustafson there doing his job. I think you have to be. Few breakdowns for the Wild in this first period, but when they had one, Gustafson there to save the day.
Bogosian to the point. White Claw holds, but then it's knocked out by Zuccarello. Picked up by Johansson, a shot. And Hill with a save. It trickled through him, but went just wide. Well, there's been a couple of goals at each end. Carlson has his stick knocked out of his hand. It's loose for Minnesota. Spurgeon throws it in behind. White Claw double team there. Nyquist tried to knock it loose. And the Golden Knights have it with Olsen. And ahead for Riley Smith. He too was one of the misfits, but he did leave Vegas before returning this year. Nyquist dumps it in. Hill sweeps it for the corner for Haig. Ahead for Stone. Across the Olsen, he fires it in. Lee plays it all the way down, icing waved off. And Hill will tee it up for Pietrangelo. While we've seen plenty of Pietrangelo over the years, 18 career playoff games against the Wild. I saw him a couple of times when he was in St. Louis, and then in that 23 series here, 21 series right here in Vegas.
A little older now. I don't think he's got the skating ability, proficiency he had with St. Louis, but still a factor.
McMahon with a shot. That was blocked. The center pass and the redirect was broken up. Stone keeps it alive. Godin couldn't get it by Stone on the wall. Stone plays cross ice. Eichel talks to Stone through the slot. Backhand. Pass saved by Gustafsson. Stone has it on the wall. In behind for Eichel. Eichel across. Theodore controls. And it's poke checked away by Train. A big play by Train with Minnesota under siege.
Yeah, good stick, using his size there defensively.
But Hill smothers this.
At your local Northland Ford dealers.
This is a meal. Melty, cheesy, flaky, toasty. Lunch just got croissant-tastic. Try the new croissant toast sandwiches. It just meals good at Panera.
At Ace, we know not all paint is created equal, so to do it right, start with exceptional paint that's designed to last. Only Ace has this collection of premium brands like Benjamin Moore, Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines, and Clark & Kensington. And your local Ace has premium service and quality paint that stand up to the test of time, with gallons of paint like Royal starting at only $29.99. And right now, get 20% off gallons of select Benjamin Moore premium interior.
Vegas had to deal with injuries as well. Minnesota played only 10.
Well, I'm a Twins fan, so I would appreciate the Tigers start losing some games. But yeah, that's cool though.
And both clubs lost a guy in 4 days because Eric Canek came back hurt right after. Theodore got hurt while in that tournament. And then Mark Stone missing 22 games. The irony with that is this is the year that he's played the most regular season games with Vegas in his time there.
Garcinek goes cross ice to Boldy. Theodore. Out to Howard at center ice. He goes cross ice to Kolsar. One of his players blocked by Middleton. He leads a while and block shots. In the top 10 in the league. With just over 2.25 per night. McNabb back in his own zone under some pressure from Boldy. Well behind for Hamilton. Bouncing puck, settled at center. Johansson sent it back into his own zone. Faber back the other way. And we get icing against Minnesota. Eric Smith and Kaprizov, widely viewed as the two most irreplaceable players in the Wild lineup. And when Minnesota had the two of them in the lineup together, they had 26-2 for a record. And you can see the goals per game, a full goal better than when either one or both were out of the lineup. Pretty amazing impact. Next to the short side of the shot. And Vegas has the game's first goal.
Well, Vegas wins the face-off, and eventually the puck gets to the net. It's kind of bouncing behind Faber, and he just kind of gets out-muscled and out-leveraged by Hurdle. And Hurdle, who had 32 on the regular season. Boy, tough angle, tough spot to hit. That one goes close and in. No chance for Gustafsson. That's how good that shot was. And unfortunate for Brock Faber because that puck just wouldn't settle for him. Hurdle jumps on it. And Vegas in the early lead.
Oh, boy.
The season. He's been a good playoff scorer in his career. That's 26 career Stanley Cup playoff goals. This is 70th playoff game.
Well, Hurdle came to Vegas last year via trade, and he wasn't the same player that San Jose had. I think it took him a little bit of time to adjust to the new scenery. Then in their playoff stretch, he wasn't the playoff performer that he was in San Jose either. But with a full year under him, 32 goals, feeling good, getting adjusted to the power play, I think they're hoping they get playoff Hurdle with 24 points in 29 playoff games with the San Jose Sharks.
We had seen the flow of this game, the momentum of the game, the possession start to favor Vegas. About halfway through the period, they get rewarded with the game's first goal.
It did. The Wild haven't made many mistakes, but when they have, it's been kind of over-collapsing on their defense, and that gave Vegas a little bit of life with the puck. But until that point, the Wild were controlling pace.
There's another icing call here against Minnesota. And the faceoff will come back down. That's 5 icings against the Wild already in this first period.
I get it. This is the playoffs, bro. So I get excited when it's the playoffs.
One spot where Eichel can be vulnerable is on the faceoff dot, 45.5%. Spurgeon sends it the other way, and icing again.
Number 6, and the icing, but not an issue.
And actually, hockey is one of my favorite sports, to be honest, because it's so fast-paced and it's fun to watch. One thing I love about watching hockey, it's so fast-paced and the game moves so fast. I just love it. Hockey is one of my favorite sports to watch. One of my favorites.
Austin gets Eichel tied up. Puck goes to the wall, but it's Eichel that gets there first. And the pass pops out the center ice. McMahon retreats it over Vegas. Goes across the partnership.
Yeah.
Back around behind the Minnesota goal. Finally controlled by Nyquist. He's able to push it up the center. Rossi spins away from McMahon, but lost the puck in the process. Now McMahon carries out. Eichel throws it into the crowd out of play.
Oh, boy.
Neutral ice. Our Toyota Key Stat takes a look at these teams in one-goal games. It's a big reason why Minnesota reached the playoffs. Their win percentage in those games, 5th best in the NHL. Vegas, on the other hand, might have been the reason why they didn't run away with the Pacific. They've struggled in the one-goal games.
Hey, tell you what, also, that's it. Actually, how they got to the playoffs, it was one-goal games down the stretch, overtime wins. overcoming third period deficits. The battle tested.
You know what, bro?
A situation like this down one.
No, 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 no. Nope.
And that's what allowed them to reach the postseason.
Nope. Bye.
Wow, we're in tight one ball away. 6 out of the last 8 games went to extra sessions.
And I think about how important that is. Playoffs often come down to one goal. And obviously you have the excitement.
Okay.
Nicely play from White Cloud, pulling up the strong side there because while that numbers, Harvard had an inside step on. Hey, if that puck gets kicked to the middle, that will have a breakaway.
Bodine to center ice, connects with Boldy. Feeds Hartman moving in. Hartman to Kaprizov, cross ice, Boldy a shot. He scores!
Woo!
What a great play this is. And Ryan Hartman continues what's been a terrific first period for him. He possesses his puck as he crosses the blue line. 2 Vegas defenders on him. Then he hits Kaprizov. But how about that feed from Kaprizov? It's a fake shot, little misinformation, right on the team of Boldy. Then it's released from Boldy. So,
Oh, wow.
chance he gets that left hand down on the ice, and a goal scorer's goal. Boldy knew right where he was putting that. Goaltender's moving. Get it to where he can't get the pad down, back of the net. Beautifully executed play in the Wild with a big goal to tie this up.
Just the second career playoff goal for Matt Boldy. This was 13th Stanley Cup playoff game. And we talked about the need for Minnesota to have their stars be big in this series. Big play, Kaprizov to Boldy here for the equalizer.
And not only that, to be bounced back in momentum changing players. It had been Vegas for the last 8 minutes, and that group goes out. Again, Ryan Hartman has been good. Extended stiff for him, makes a composed play to set it up for Kaprizov.
Yeah, that was cool.
Players with room, they make plays. A huge ball.
Mm.
Even here in Vegas, 2 minutes to go in the first period.
Oh, what a big goal by Boldy. Oh, hell yeah. I'm so happy right now.
Kaprizov and Hartman, the helpers on the golden goal for Minnesota. Hartman's had some game 1 magic. He scored the double overtime game 1 winner in Dallas in Minnesota's last playoff appearance in 2023.
I think you look at the roster composition for the Wild, too. They have guys that you would put in air quotes and say playoff guys. Ryan Hartman falls under that category. Marcus Foligno, Trendian. And right now, it's already showing up. Ryan Hartman gamer, great first point.
Faceoff will come here in the Minnesota zone. 1:22 left in the first period. Vegas scored first. Minnesota answers. John Hines in his 5th NHL Stanley Cup playoffs has lost in the first round each of his first 4 trips. 1 with New Jersey, 3 with Nashville. Stone plays it across. Hanifin moves into the Minnesota zone. Pumped off the puck by Fader. Rodine up the boards. Fader settles it down. Zuccarello back to Fader. Stone intercepts it safe. Drops the ball shot. His shot deflected. And Gustafson is able to cover. No further play with
Okay.
1 minute to go.
Looking good. Looking good.
It's top line for Vegas.
Oh, bro. This is awesome.
He's figuring through the neutral zones because Vegas is their game in transition right now, catching up to the Wild, starting to tilt the ice. Eichel dropping that one to Barbashev. Girl in the back check. Good thing Gustafson was able to get that one too. The drill stick and exploded.
Lazy passed in behind his own left favor. That's around the goalie with a half minute to go. And another racing foul against Minnesota. Kirill Kaprizov won't be among the scoring leaders in the NHL, but he probably would have been. He reached 50 points in just 34 games. When he went out of the line into Christmas, he was third in the NHL in the points race. And over the season, his points per game had it fifth.
Boy, what's amazing about that is Boldy and Rossi eventually passed the Kaprizov for the team point lead, but it took them 6 to 8 weeks. And that's how big of a gap he had built.
Nifty speed there from Kaprizov to Eriksson Ek. Hands it off to Boldy. Boldy throws it into Vegas territory. Faber threw it right off the pads of Bill. That comes Saad the other way. Saad with some back pressure from Boldy. And the puck rolls into the corner. Up to the line. McNabb is shot. And saved by Gustafson. That will bring us to the end of the first period. A physical start, an intense start, just what you'd expect in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
It was physical, it was intense, but I think it was controlled too. That the Wild didn't look like a club that had missed the playoffs last year, was caught up with excitement and nervous energy. They weren't rattled running around. I thought they played a good period. Vegas kind of sat back on their laurels a little bit to start this game, but they got better as the period went on. I think the Wild are going to have to break out a little bit cleaner. They can't keep giving Vegas all those goals on face-offs.
Coming up, the Toyota Intermission Report.
Okay. Okay. All right. Just making some food real quick, guys. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Well, what a game so far, guys. What a great game so far. Uh I have an iPhone, so I'm gonna pick iPhone. That's nice. All right, guys, I'm gonna be having a guest coming up pretty soon. I think my buddy Chosen's gonna be joining us soon. So yeah, it's gonna be we're gonna have my buddy Chosen here soon. And hold on a second. You know what? Just for the wild, just for the wild. Come on, is this gonna work? Trying to get a green background to show up here. Oh, here we go. Here you go. Okay. I got this green background for the wild here, guys. I got this green background for the wild. Hell yeah. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm at my buddy Chosen here soon. He's gonna be joining me. I don't know how soon he's gonna be here, but he should be here soon. All right. How am I liking the game so far? It's looking good. It's looking good, guys. It's looking very, very good. I'm excited. It's looking pretty good so far. Hold on a second, guys. I just want to check something real quick, guys. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right, guys. Hold on 1 second. Let me go back on camera here. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I just had to check my temperature right now real quick because for some reason I thought my forehead felt a little warm. It felt a little warm. I just wanted to check my temperature real quick. But so far I don't have a fever yet, but I just thought my forehead felt kind of warm and I was like, I hope I'm not running a fever. But right now, I don't have a fever yet. As of right now, at this moment, I do not have a fever, so that's good. Okay. All right. And by the way, guys, there's nobody in here anyway, so no point of even talking. Nobody in here. I was gonna say next weekend I will be going to see a movie. I'm gonna go see a movie next weekend. I am gonna go see Until Dawn with my sister. The new Until Dawn movie. It's coming out next weekend. So hope it's good. I really do. I really hope it's a good film. I love the games though. I think this movie will deliver. I really hope it does. Oh. Okay.
Begin your jackpot journey today. Anytime, anywhere. Brand on demand slots. Your unbreakable spirit. You will pass on legend. Toyota trucks. Right now, get 1.99% APR for 72 months on a Tough and Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Those 9 months were 273 days of planning. What about your first costume party? It was out of this world. And let's not forget those barbecues you plan in detail for your family and your more vegetarian by the day best friends. That surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments. Start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
All even after 20 minutes of game one in Vegas. 1-1 tie. Matt Boldy with the equalizer for Minnesota after Tomas Hertl scored first for Vegas. Stats relatively even in terms of attempts. Vegas with a slight edge in shots on goal. Minnesota with an edge in hits.
And face-offs. Eric Sack got to fight the dot 9-4. Took 13 draws, but he was on the ice he wanted. But
All right, we're getting ready for the second period, guys.
the eventual goal scorer, Matt Boldy, made the play to get it to Ryan Hartman. He makes a good play. The blue gets it to Kaprizov, and Kaprizov checks up onside. He didn't make that move. That play is dead. Goal scorer stands for Matt Boldy. He was going. Let's take a look at where Matt Boldy scored his goals in the regular season. There, he went to the front of the net. But on that back post, he was recorded.
Boldy's so good down the stretch for Minnesota when they had to have him. They awaited the return of Kirill Kaprizov. He has the first goal of the series for a while. We're underway here in the second period. Riley Smith in the corner. Boldy comes up with a puck here at Sinek, tries to settle it down. And Brodin throws it back down low. Theodore around to get now.
It's been twice that the Wild and Boldy specifically have tried to find Eriksson Ek in that soft spot. And Vegas has done a good job defending it, but Hines, we talked to him this morning, he can't pass up those kinds of shots, so we've got to make sure we're committed to get to that second, third puck, so they get the bodies there and collect those off that first play. That's how they think they can beat Vegas defense and Aiden Hill.
Vegas defense was outstanding this year. Finished third in the league. 2.61 goals against per night. Zuccarello grabs the puck. Wild control draw. Middleton fires it in. Zuccarello battling along the boards, and the lead puck picked up by Eichel. Eichel carries out to center. He's able to work free from Spurgeon. Then the puck roll off the end of his stick. Eichel controls out of the corner. Out to the line, Pietrangelo. Back for Eichel, but it just popped by him. And Middleton has it for Minnesota. Couldn't get by Stone at the line. Eichel knocks it down, leaves it for Stone. Stone, back to Eichel. Chased by Middleton. Eichel works up high in the zone. Back to the backhand, still hounded by Middleton. Eichel for Stone. He's still over the top of the goal. A terrific look for the Vegas captain.
Boy, that's what makes Eichel so good, too. He's big, he's fast, he's skilled, and he can use all those elements at different times. They're used his size and patience to get Stone the puck.
Rossi to Johansson in the corner. Johansson tried to scoot one back through for Rossi. Out to Pietrangelo. Got it out to Eichel. His pass deflected at center by Saad. And Hanifin throws it into the Minnesota zone. He was knocked down there. As both teams changed. The Wild start back with William. 7 shifts in about 3.5 minutes for William in the first period. White ball. Played it up the board. Dorofeev got it out to center. Rossi backpedals in his own zone. Nyquist ahead for Foligno. And now Rossi after it in the corner. Dorofeev knocked it off of his stick in hurdle controls. Faber back defensively for Minnesota, able to get to the puck before Dorofeev.
What close that was from Faber. Just lateral movement, body position, gains control of that puck.
White Cloud. Pressured by Brazeau. Hartman grabs the loose puck for Minnesota. And now Howden at center ice. Plays it into the Minnesota zone as Vegas wants to change. Brody around the boards. Trenton able to knock it by Theodore. Brazeau chips it by McNabb. Brazeau working down the wall. Shoves it around for Hartman. Hartman bumped by Wall. To Brazeau back to the net.
Started that with a turnover in the blue, and he gets it to Eichel, and then just a give and go on the wall. What a feed there from Eichel. Just put it in space, Stone skates into it, and he tips it up over the net.
Ryan Hansich is that linesman. Look, the puck caught him in the head, and then he was hit by Howden.
And that stung him a little bit. He's thinking the WWE WrestleManias last night, and Howden didn't realize that, thinking he's Triple H right there. That was a double whammy.
He went back down to the knee after this collision. You can all see when he hit the ice that he was a little stunned. So they will help him off the ice. Wild and the Golden Knights even early in the second.
Go beyond the field with Digging Deep. World Series champ Eric Hosmer brings you an exclusive look and behind the scenes.
I want to tell my story. I just didn't have that platform. I feel like baseball players in general don't have that platform.
Featuring the biggest athletes and biggest names sharing their untold struggles.
You almost like do so bad you feel like you're dreaming.
Those are the last 4 years of my career.
And their biggest triumphs.
Be my example. It's simple. If I do that, then everything else is easy.
Hear firsthand stories and expert advice.
Not everybody's built to play. But if you can be a good, you're going to get out of this game what you want to get out of it.
Hear from your favorite celebrities and the biggest names in sports and entertainment. Manny Machado, Fernando Tatis Jr., Paul Rudd, Rob Riggle, J.J. Piccolo, George Brett, Bobby Witt Jr., Tyler Glass. Now, all of this and more, only on Digging Deep. Watch now on FanDuel Sports Network.
Back in Sin City, Wild and Golden Knights field time has gone. And associate coach Jared Capuano, after that first period, the message to the Minnesota Wild: avoid those neutral zone turnovers, leaving the zone. We saw it lead to that grade A chance for Mark Stone. Watch the D pitching for Vegas, but allowed to do a better job of chipping pucks out. And on the attack, they still want to trigger more puck to that and quicker to that with those pucks. Neither team has been shorthanded so far right now, guys, but the two of officials and linemen right now are down a man.
They are. Mike Hansich looked like he was really struggling to get off the ice.
Didn't take a stride and needed help, and it's all good. Hopefully he's all right. How to look at it. Goes to reach that. That's they, a couple things that go on there. He gets hit up high by Howard, and then also hits the ice on the way down. But back to Kevin Gordy, the ball probably playing a little bit cleaner through the neutral zone. I think at times they were chipping it, and they had great support defensively. I think they need a little more support offensively. As Vegas was able to collect some of these chip plays in the neutral zone and turn them right back up. That's how they took to the ice late in that first period.
So Wes McCauley and Herman Software were on the phone with Toronto, and we have a replacement linesman. He's wearing Ryan Hansen's jersey. They always have a standby referee in attendance. But I don't know about a linesman, so to find out. The standby referee was one with the QA. I don't know if that's who's wearing the linesman sweater right now. We'll have to try to find out.
No, I don't think it is.
The bottom line is we will move forward with two linesmen and two referees. Sporting to the face-off. Face-off battling with Parks. Now the Petrangelo. He plays it all the way down to the icing against Vegas. Playoff hockey has arrived in St. Paul, and you can be a part of this. Down to face-off against the Golden Knights. Round one of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Be there to cheer them on and experience the thrill of playoff hockey. Secure your seat today at wild.com/playoffs. Wild will be home on Thursday and Saturday for games 3 and 4. Middleton to Kaprizov. Wanted to go across to Boldy. Boldy struck by Hanifin. Erickson leads it to Boldy in the corner. He's tied up by Carlson. Good shift along the wall here for Minnesota. Boldy lacks one wide. Petrangelo off the center. Olsen, one touch for Carlson. Carlson back to Olsen. Back to Smith on the back door and just missed. Boldy forced one ahead for Kaprizov. He's double teamed in the corner as Minnesota changes. Theodore. Later the head to Carlson, who relays it out to center, and Gaudreau comes back. He'll claim it for Minnesota in his own zone.
Boy, this game comes down to just little mistakes. And they just got that last chance to got Jared Spurgeon's pivot there. He caught his own for just a second.
Faber has his shot blocked. Hooked ahead by Howden to Stalin to Barbashev. Barbashev had to put on the brakes in the Minnesota zone. Plays it back to the line, and the long shot goes well wide. Rebound back the other way. Johansson hustling, but Theodore gets there first. Barbashev with it. Trying to get it to Stone at the Minnesota line. Deflected to Brodin. He goes off the glass to Gaudreau. White Cloud back to pick it up for the Golden Knights. White Cloud lost a handle on it. Nyquist to Foligno, back to Nyquist, but this pass was deflected away. Stone throws it into Minnesota territory. Middleton out to Spurgeon and ahead to Rossi, but it's behind him. White Cloud at center, plays it back down into the Minnesota zone. Spurgeon wraps it around. Rossi tried to go one touch for Nyquist. Taken away by Dorothea. Dorothea moves into the backhand, and he was tied up, didn't get much on the shot.
Dorothea, who had a breakout year this year, has made a couple of plays offensively. He's much so out of his 40 goals. Dorothea was the guy that backfilled it.
And with a hit from Trenyon. Now Brazeau plays it back down into the Vegas zone. Petrangelo sets up behind his net. Vegas still on the shot so far here in the second period. We've played almost 7 minutes. Wilson works against Bouillon. Brazeau back to pick it up to the line. Around for Trenyon. Trenyon out to center. Hartman knocks it down. Hartman's ducked after he's been into the door. Brazeau to Trenyon. Hartman trying to go back to Brazeau. He's just out of his reach. Brazeau across from Bogosian, but it ricochets off the wall and out to neutral ice.
Yeah, but that fourth line has been on the ice. They've been in the offensive zone, and I think the physicality and size truly is giving Vegas a little bit of trouble.
Brody, Ducks pass to Chet. Brody trying to hold. Walk got it to the line. Kaprizov sends it back in. Brody circles up from behind the net. Faber at the line. In for Kaprizov behind the net. Tabori in the circle, they center line. And this one deflects up and out of play. We get a whistle.
I actually think that puck went through the camera hole maybe, or unless it climbed up over the top. But Vegas with a couple of chances. Through the neutral zone. That was the toe pick there from Spurgeon that led to this pass by Smith on the back floor. Good back check there from Middleton to break it up. Then Kaprizov finding Boldy in a nice little soft spot. Boldy just missing the left side of Aiden Hill. That top line hasn't had a ton of room in the offensive zone, but where they've done a good job in the Minnesota Wild in general is they're not running around being physical, but they're winning battles and extending their play in the offensive zone. It's only a matter of time before they connect on one of these plays.
Brodin got the screen out. They kick it back out through center. Faber to Zuccarello. He battles there with Eichel. Brodin to Faber. His shot protected by Barbashev and lines up wide. You draw to Brodin. He fanned on it. And Eichel comes to center. Eichel works wide. Brodin back defensively for Minnesota. Got there first. And smartly feeds Faber.
Yeah, all of that play from Michael, though, I almost had no interest in battling Brodin for that puck.
Theodore down the head to Eichel at the Minnesota line. Across to Petrangelo. He tried to center it down all the way through, and Gustafson had to make a bad save. Johansson has it. Hits the Vegas line, drops to Zuccarello. He throws cross corner. Rossi just off the bench, trying to knock it away from Carlson. And Middleton will have to come back to play it. Icing waves off early on this play. Zuccarello rims it around. Rossi deflects it by Carlson. Scooped up by Foligno. Fights through a check. Trying to get it to Rossi. But it was taken away and cleared back the other way by Hayes. Olsen pumped off the puck at the Minnesota line. Nyquist with a long pass, deflected by Foligno. Middleton to Rossi. Got it to Nyquist. Nyquist had a big postseason for Minnesota a couple of years ago against Dallas. 5 assists to lead the Wild in scoring after he had been acquired by Minnesota at the deadline. Nyquist moves back in. The pressure wants to dump it in. He ducks by Hayes. And Saad picks it up for Vegas. Tied up along the boards. Lost it briefly, but then controlled by Hurdle, the goal scorer for Vegas. Throws a bouncing puck in, and Gustafson will cover it up. Halfway through the second period. A first period goal for each side. And we are all even. 1-1 in game one.
Is it possible to be more capable and more practical?
Okay. Well,
With one piece. And here, we make a statement while barely making a sound. And from the end road, as well as in lots of people. How do we get there? La cantina chicken mayo, but now it's caliente. Introducing the bold and caliente cantina chicken mayo from Taco Bell. Here from
Can I have a chat about you?
if I can turn a dirt patch into a lush lawn, I can do anything. CPP, that's what you need.
Yeah, like a fitness. Yeah, it's lawn fixing time. Scott's Dirt Filter Grass Seed. Style or substance. Somehow. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0.9% APR on 2025 Sierra 1500 models. Or get over $5,300 total value on select Sierra 1500 models.
From the Bards, game reset. We're halfway home in game number 1 off an offensive zone faceoff win. Tomas Hurdle's going to find some open space and go short side. Golden Knights have the first goal, but how about the play here? Hartman gets it, Kirill fakes the shot, feeds Boldy. He tickles the Swan in his first of the playoffs. A little 1-1 here, guys, and a real good one.
That's Boldy, the goal scorer for Minnesota. Well, we lost a linesman earlier. Brian Hatch was injured, and that is, in fact, the standby referee, Frederick Lequier, who's wearing the linesman jersey rather than his referee jersey. Against favor. Is it around behind? Theodore picks it up on the wall. Stone shoves it back in behind the net. On the shove, Boldy. Up for the puck there, and now Boldy starts out from behind, and that's for Minnesota.
Right, because it really hasn't been a factor. And he's walking next place to the device. The Wild is clogged up pretty darn well. They control the face-off circle, so they're not getting easy starts.
Michael had a hat trick when the teams met in St. Paul last. 5 points in just 2 games against the Wild this season. Let's keep in mind, he was not facing off against Joel Eriksson Ek that night. Eriksson Ek was on the lineup. Runyon carries into Vegas territory. Cross it to Hartman. Brazeau back to the line. Middleton for Spurgeon. Shot that went wide. Rebound controlled by Trenton. Out to the line, Spurgeon. Rips it across to Middleton. His shot tipped by Brazeau but wide. And another shot for a fourth line in the offensive zone. Trenton to Brazeau. Brazeau tucked along the wall. And finally, it's the Golden Knights in control. They have numbers at center, but they need a change. Carlson plays it in.
We talked about it in the open, but the grinders can be a real difference maker, especially in this first round, because the game suits their style, and they get to it, and they're just flat out better at it. Skill guys. Look at Eichel versus the Wild 4-5. Who's having a better game? Wild 4-5.
Zuccarello controls. Try to play it into the Vegas zone. There's a chance coming the other way.
Oh no.
That's off the post.
Oh, thank God.
Deflected off the post and out of play. Brandon Saad, an awkward change by Minnesota, gets lost. And a long breakaway catches iron.
Yeah, well, I'll just kind of get caught in Saad's all alone in the middle of the ice. The puck finds him, and he comes in. I think there was no doubt he was getting ready to shoot this puck. The head was down. He had committed to the shot before he knew where he was shooting that puck. Got his head up, hit the outside of the post. Veteran of the playoffs. What a great chance to get Bags the lead.
Bag with a shot, blocked by Johansson. He's slow to his feet as the puck goes the other way. Zuccarello blasted by the White Cloud. Brodin deflects it and recovers in the corner. Chased by Saad. Brodin spins back into his own zone and now Faber with it. Faber a line pass to the line with changing, and they weren't able to touch the puck. That results in icing, but that's better than shooting down the ice. Here's the block by Johansson.
It is a good job holding the spot, and then, boy, it's so hard to not turn away from this. But you got the equipment on the front part of your body. You feel like you get bigger going sideways, but it catches you where you got no gear.
They tend to Johansson on the bench. Eichel draws against Gaudreau. And a false start, they'll do it again. Ball controlled by Minnesota. It's now can go all the way back to pick it up. Eichel moves into the Minnesota zone. Forced to the outside by Faber. Theodore. To McNabb. His shot off the end glass. Controlled by Eriksson. And again, we get a matchup of ones versus ones here. But Bruce Cassidy changed his strategy in the second period. Eriksson trying to go short side. And Hill hangs on.
Escape to Grand Casino, where more perks means more fun.
Earl Kaprizov picked up the assist on the Matt Boldy goal. 13 points now in 20 career playoff games. Eriksson wins another draw. Back to Middleton. Across for Spurgeon. Boldy in the slot, and we're going to whistle. We're going to have a high sticking call. The first penalty of the game will go against Eriksson, who was tangled up with Pietrangelo in front of the Vegas goal. Minnesota 14, 2 minutes for high sticking.
All right, Vegas to the power play, guys. Vegas to the power play.
Quite a bit. Eriksson just kind of follow down, gets that stick up. And Vegas, who had the league's second best power play, gets this game's first opportunity.
And they get the opportunity with Minnesota's best penalty killing forward in the box and Minnesota's faceoff specialist, who's won 14 of 18 draws tonight. So it's Gaudreau against Hurdle on the first faceoff. Minnesota's kill got better as the year progressed. Finished up 15 for 18 over their last 8 games.
And then they score. And then they score.
And just seconds into the first power play chance of the series, Vegas reclaims the lead.
Gildy at the top. This is a clean face-off win from her. But watch Theodore walk the blue, drag everybody across. Fake shot throws it, and he marked this Foligno. Feels he's going to jump in there, fights on the fake shot.
Oh boy. Great. Great. Fucking great.
Gustafson trying to be aggressive. Fighting. See the same ball from Theodore.
Oh.
To stay out of the box and play against him.
Wow.
But that's a big goal too.
I actually don't even know what to say right now.
Mentally tougher when it comes to the penalty kill, and you know it's been an Achilles heel of theirs over the last couple playoff runs, and for them to go 5 seconds into their first power play against and give up a goal, well, it's going to require some mental bounce back.
Wild bounce back from Vegas scoring the first goal of the game. And they do it again here, down 1, late in the second. Vegas has only 3 shots on goal in almost 14 minutes of this second period. But one of them from Dorofeyev that found the back of the net on the power play. Smith deflects it. Foley controls. Faber dumps it in. Here's Kaprizov. Kicked out by Hill. Out to the line. Brody has it. He gets it back to Kaprizov. Then Brody. Smith playing without a stick. Brody tries to take advantage. Back to the line for Faber. Now Kaprizov with it.
He gets good. Somehow get Kaprizov against Smith.
Faber to Kaprizov. Kaprizov gives it to Bodine. Smith without a stick. Defending Bodine. They're able to force the puck up the center. Smith trying to get to the bench. Erickson looking to regain the zone, but it was knocked off of his stick.
And Kaprizov was crying. I just don't think Brodin and he were on the same page. There's a little switch, you get inside, pop. But if you can isolate your best player against a guy with no sticks.
Here's Kaprizov moves in. Centers! And it puts up for Rossi. Not going to get a hill. What a chance for Minnesota.
And Kaprizov's getting going.
He carries back for Vegas. The crowd gets to go for the first time tonight. Now Foligno gives it to Trenyon. Trenyon moves in for Minnesota. Or 40 rather. He fires it wide. Now Rossi. Out to the line, Bogosian. Across. William looking, waiting. Waited too long and had it deflected off of his stick, and it comes back out the center. Bogosian tried to connect with Nyquist. Icing called against Minnesota, and I think you're right. Kirill Kaprizov starting to elevate his game.
Looks like a guy trying to take it over. Yeah, beautiful feed there to Rossi. Rossi trying to go against the grain, but Kaprizov had the initial turnover that led to the Riley Smith broken stick. Here he gets going through the neutral zone. Give and throw, nice little feed. He gets the attention of McNabb and Waugh. Great stiff.
Foligno Rossi. Here's off the check down to the Vegas line. Rafiev at center. And now William with it. Out to neutralize Hartman. He goes across to Foligno. Polino and it's deflected. It comes back out to center. Middleton controls. And Polino chips it in. Basil on it there for Minnesota. Tied up by Haig. Just under 4 to go in the period. Working. It is more for Minnesota. Now it's up to deep for lights. And Middleton will have to come back to clean it. Spurgeon. Trying to connect with Brazil. Hartman shovels it back around behind. Hannaford's on it. Hartman comes up with a loose puck. Trying to trend on it. Now Zuccarello threw it off the side of the net. Hartman out to the line for Sanders. Back in, wanted Hartman. Hamilton deflects. Petrangelo off to Barbashev. Stand by Eichel. Eichel's in. And a save by Gustafson.
Oh, yeah, that was a big save. Big save by Gustafson.
Had more time to bring it all the way to that blocker side post, but he tried to quick
Big save. Big save.
He was able to get it with the blocker.
Golden Knights back on the attack. Barbashev a shot. That one over the top of the goal. Gaudreau at center ice. Backs it down into Vegas territory. McNabb leaves it for Theodore. Theodore leads the charge ahead. Smith had it hop over his stick. Theodore plays it back into the corner. Carlson defended by Middleton. Olofsson. Bothered there by Zuccarello. Now Carlson back to the line for Theodore. His shot deflected. Middleton plays it ahead. Gaudreau ends the Vegas line. Johansson in on the forecheck. He takes McNabb into the boards. Long pass deflected in by Carlson. Bouillon back to pick it up for Minnesota. Bouillon with speed out through neutral ice. Down to Eriksson. Eriksson a shot. Kicked out by Hill. Long rebound. Bouillon on it. Well, he is able to hold. Only for a moment. Burrow. Do it on goal. Gustafson knocks to the corner. Bogosian. Is it around behind? Maybe the first good look we've had at Bouillon's skating ability on display here tonight. Hamilton. Even the shot, the face-off on it there for Minnesota. Goes between the legs to Bouillon. Bouillon really wants it to hurt him. He covers just in time. Got it to Boldy. Boldy throws it on goal. And Hill hangs on as Petrangelo erases Boldy. Vegas leading by 1. And their leading scorer in alone against Gustafson. But the Minnesota goaltender keeps the deficit at 1.
All right, bring it back. I think I gotta go use the bathroom real quick.
It's time to drive smart. High-tech features and excellent reliability. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 3.99% APR on 2025 HRV.
This is a meal. Melty, cheesy, flaky, toasty. Lunch just got croissant-tastic. Try the new croissant toast sandwiches. It just feels good at Panera.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance. Liberty.
Hey, kid. It's pronounced Liberty.
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 She's mocking me. Very mature.
She's messing with you too.
Hey, I'm not the one acting like a total baby.
She's too.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty. I have 10 years of experience.
It requires a college degree. Any degree.
Indeed matches you with jobs that actually match your.
Right? Bro, I told you. I told you. I told you she was like, bro. I told you. I fucking told you, bro. I fucking told you. I fucking told you. Oh.
They've gotten it throughout their lineup, but the one argument was they don't have the superstar, the difference maker. They ended up getting Jack Eichel in his first couple of years. He didn't blow your doors off offensively. He was good, but this year he's certainly taken another step.
The previous record had been set back in their inaugural season of 17-18.
Running along.
Williams Carlson has 78 points that year. Well, even shot, that goes wide. Eichel tested that by 16. The Kaprizov deflects. Brodin controls.
Yeah.
Took a hit along the wall. Does keep the play alive. Kaprizov around to the other side. Houghton couldn't chip it by Eriksson. Here's Brodin down the slot. A shot knocked down by Hill. Loose from the slot. A chance for Eriksson. Bad save by Hill.
Oh, what a play there. They took a couple of great plays.
Hey, now you know how I felt when I played the game, bro.
There too. That's his best sequence.
White Cloud. Toward the net. Blocked in front. White Cloud again. Brodin got a stick on that one. Down to 10 seconds in the period. White Cloud tried to get it to Houghton. It's Brodin back to the net.
All right. Going to the third period, guys.
Brodin will just leave
Going to the third. Second intermission.
the only goal, a power play tally for Vegas. Minnesota looking for the equalizer late, and Stone and Eriksson exchanging pleasantries. I think there's a chance we might see those two nose to nose more than a time or two in this series.
I love that matchup too. It's Kaprizov Eichel. Then the next big matchup is Eriksson Stone. They're facing off, but that's the latest chance. Eriksson Kaprizov up in front with a screen. And this is Aiden Hill having to get big, try to fight through some traffic, get some glove off the cheaters. Second stance there from Eriksson didn't get a lot on it. But it's been a very measured and controlled game from each.
Yeah.
Eriksson with the lone penalty, and it was on a broken kind of.
All right, guys. Well, going to the third period, down 2-1. Hopefully we can come back and win this game. We gotta get it going. We gotta get it going. We gotta get it going, guys. We Yeah, we're going to the third period, down 2-1. I ain't saying anything. I ain't saying shit. I ain't saying shit. Nope. I ain't saying anything. Let me just say on the ground, I know stuff. I ain't saying shit. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. One thing I did like about this episode, the one part I did like, I will admit, the one part I did like about this episode was when Tommy killed that bloater. Oops. My bad. Hold up, guys. Okay. One thing I did like about this episode was when Tommy killed that bloater. That's one thing I really liked about this episode. Uh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, the one thing I did like about this episode was when Tommy killed that bloater. That was awesome. That was, in my opinion, the best part of the episode. I love that part. And hold on. Tommy is Joel's brother. With the flame. With the flame with the flame gun. He killed the bloater with the flame gun. Maria's husband. Yep. That's funny. You called that bloater the gross. Oh my god, that's funny. That's funny. Alright, guys. Well, we gotta get going, guys. We gotta get going in the third period. Hopefully we can get some goals together. Um we're desperate right now. We need to get going. And Underground, I knew it was gonna be this moment that you were gonna start to agree with me that I knew it was gonna be this moment. I knew it was gonna be this moment that you were gonna be like, fuck Abby. I knew it. I knew it from the beginning. The moment that this happened, you were gonna change your mind. You were gonna be like, before the season, you were like, "Oh, Abby's not that bad. Abby's not that bad." But now, fuck Abby. I just find it kind of funny. I just find it kind of funny. I knew that. I knew this was gonna be the moment that would make you snap, bro. That I knew this would be it. Oh, okay. My bad. My bad. I misheard then. My bad. Oh man, guys, we gotta get going. We gotta get going, guys. Come on. What? Mm, yo, what? Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, that's the way he dies in the game on the ground, by the way. I don't blame you. I have to kind of agree with you. Yeah, I think we might be getting close to the start of the third period, guys. We might be getting close to the start of the third. I'm gonna get the banner set up. I don't blame you. Well, okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing, here's the thing, Chosen. Doomsday doesn't come out till next year. Doomsday comes out next year. Okay, okay. Yeah, it has moments, but honestly, Underground, I felt it was a little bit of a disappointment. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah. All right, guys, we're getting ready for the third period. Hopefully we can get a goal soon to tie this game up. I really, really hope we can get a goal. We need one right now. Um, yeah, the third period should be starting soon. Yeah, yeah, me too. I think it looks good. All right, guys, getting ready.
A lot of that volume has come to the blocker side of Aiden Hill. Obviously, that generated the goal too, Matt Boldy goal. You get
That's cool.
get some of these pucks again.
All right, we need a goal here, guys. Come on, come on. We need a goal right now.
One of the lone groups on the Wild bench that were able to generate some passes through the slot and find people. And down the goal, you have to think that Hunt's going to lean heavily on those guys to get the equalizer.
All right.
Expected goals when that line on the ice so far tonight is about 73%. And they seem to be getting stronger as the game progresses.
Yeah, they're getting their feet.
No. This is the Wild, bro. This is a football season. This ain't football season, Underground.
Yeah, it's been a tight second game, and it's not one of those games where the Wild haven't been able to generate offensively. So I don't know if Hines will shake up the lines or try to get a different look. He's done that in the past frequently to create a spark. I don't know if the group needs a spark. Well, he's great right now, but we need something to climb back in this one.
Erickson starts the period with another faceoff win. He's won 17 of 23 draws so far tonight. So Kaprizov trying to go back to Brodin. Theodore got it off to Carlson. Kaprizov knocked it away. And now McNabb trying to go cross ice. Brody stepped up to break it up. Theodore. There's some pressure from Carlson. Brodin plays it up the boards for Brody. Brody trying to find it in his skates. Barbashev a shot to the right just wide.
Well, Mark Stone has been the best player up front for Vegas. He's always being in the right spot at the right time, great turnovers.
Eichel to the Minnesota line. Works around Goodrow. Back to the point. Hannafin hammers one wide. To Frangelo. Into the corner. Eichel takes a puck from Spurgeon. Eichel has it again in the corner. To the line. Hannafin. Cross to the Frangelo. A shot.
Okay. Minecraft fan, I'll tell you right now, it was Tim. It was Tim, okay? It was Tim.
I've had a lot of those looks from the glove side of Aiden Hill, but there he looked real confident flying off. But this is Vegas' chance off the broken play turnover. Barbashev. Quick shot misses the net.
It's probably an accident, though, Minecraft fan, okay? Just relax.
Numerous times.
It was probably an accident.
He likes to go short side high, but Aiden Hill to dress the goaltender out, take that angle away.
He banned Minecraft fan earlier in the stream.
He has 8 career Stanley Cup playoff goals, and maybe none bigger than a game-tying goal in Game 7 in Denver way back in 2014.
And what they have this last couple of weeks done a great job of getting the team involved offensively, win down in these games. And I don't know if that's a sign of a play that just wheelchairs version 3, or if they'll be looking to get the defense up the ice.
Awkward freeze here by Aiden Hill on the entry from Nyquist. Aiden Hill, in terms of goals allowed this season, you've been talking about the Wild trying to get opportunities for the glove side.
Come on, guys. We got to get going.
From the blocker side, I think if they can get looks from that glove side and obviously pick that apart, that's where he gives up.
Come on, guys.
Goals up high to the glove. And in the playoffs, there's so much more detail that goes into preparation, playing the same team up to 7 times, and goaltenders are always one of the targets to a lot of attention. You learn a lot about them.
William with a shot that cuts through the save by Hill. To Khrushchev. Comes out to the corner with it. Out to Bogosian at the line. Now to William. William waits. Fires. Hit by Erickson. Atkins just wide.
Well, 50 play there by Green to be able to get that puck past the first layer of Kovacic.
Oh, shit.
Scores.
Well, not sure in for Vegas and maybe Colin. A little bit too much respect for the speed of Vegas. They kick this puck up the
Damn it, guys.
Has it there for Minnesota. Chris crosses with Johansson. Zuccarello snakes back out the center. Still with the puck. He turns away from Olofsson. Saucer all the way across. Hartman a shot. Walker saved by Hill. Rebound to the line. Spurgeon. Across to Middleton. Johansson didn't get all of it. Bouncing puck settled by Johansson. Hartman drive. That goes high and wide. Rebound Spurgeon. Battling with Riley Smith. Johansson able to hold. Got it across. Hartman goes in. Sidesteps a check. And a shot hits Johansson. Deflects to the corner. Good response, six for Minnesota. Zuccarello back to the net. Goes out to the line, Faber. Across down to Rodini. Back to Faber. Faber for Zuccarello. Reverses down to Rodini. Hartman battling with Haig.
Hold on a second. Let me see something.
6 feet 6 inches. Oh, now delivers a cross check to the face of Hartman. No call coming. Boy, he turned around to deliver this. And it's not like the referee didn't see it. He's there staring at it the whole time. And Hartman was getting it from both sides. And he was getting it a little back. Watch Whitethought. He gets Hartman a couple, and Hank was giving a couple. But Hartman's got it down near the pants. And then Hank just kind of delivers that cross stick high up into the face. And that's a tough hockey. Ooh. But that's a miss. That's a big miss. There's only been one call in this game. That was a high stick against Eriksson. It led to the go-ahead goal for Vegas on the power play. Hank gets away with
No. Come on, guys. We need to get some goals. Come on.
The NHL goes 4 in the third period. Goal differential. Riley Smith able to clear, and Vegas gets the change that they needed after icing. Gives it to Brodin. Intercepted by Eichel at center ice. Out to the line. Here they turned it over. Goalie fan now. He had a chance to spring Kaprizov. Connect and Eichel collide. Theodore holds. And his shot deflects off the shin pad and back down into Vegas territory. Mark Stone back to pick it up for the Golden Knights. And that's the group and the play that you need to take advantage of.
I'll try, dude, but it's not looking so good right now.
Right to Baldy. Loose puck in the slot. Fires just wide. And Kaprizov was gone on a breakaway. If he could connect. Chunky. Opening against Hannaford. Brazeau joins the fight. Eichel tried to center, but Trangelo deflected on goal. Knocked aside by Gustafsson. Goalfield for and a stick saved by Gustafsson.
Good save.
Tries to settle down in a circle. Middleton takes it away from Minnesota.
Come on, guys. Let's get a goal. Make it 3-2 here. Come on.
Here offensively, and I think the question mark coming in was how is he going to handle a little extra intensity, physicality scored in the regular season, but how about when it ramps up? He's made some poised plays in and around Gustafsson.
Loose puck out front, side of the backhand, saved by Gustafsson. Rebounds loose and finally clear to the corner.
Boy, that was great too from behind the goal line. He nabbed it with the glove.
Right foul the shot, and Gustafsson hangs on. A couple of game savers for the Minnesota netminder as he keeps the line within 2.
And these saves have rallied the offense in the past for the Minnesota Wild. I mean, that's Dorofeev. And then often the broken play is hurdle by Saad, and Saad tries to go 5-1. Now watch this one, Pooch. That's a
Oh, man.
Again, it was a block out front by Bogosian, too. But again, that all starts with a little miscommunication behind the net with Gustafsson and William. A great recovery to keep it out of their own net.
By the way, guys, next Saturday night, I am planning to go see a movie next Saturday. I may plan to go see Until Dawn, the new Until Dawn film. So I might go see that next Saturday. We'll see. But yeah. Yeah.
Rossi hits the line with Foligno. Foligno threw it cross corner.
Come on, guys. I can't even take this anymore, guys. This is.
Almost 7 minutes into the third. Vegas has extended the lead to 2 goals. Zuccarello around behind for Johansson. Spurgeon back to Johansson. To the line for Hartman. Hartman's shot blocked. Picks it by Olsen. And he knocks it off the center ice. And a penalty. McNabb takes Hartman down, and finally Vegas is guilty of an infraction.
All right, we got a power play, guys. We got a power play coming up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We got a power play coming up, guys. Here we go. Maybe a chance to get back in this game. Maybe a chance to get back in this game. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. We score on this power play. It's a 1-goal game, guys. Come on. We got this. We got this, guys. Woo!
Because with Trio by your side, your body can do amazing things. The Silverado Trail Buffs. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet. It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on this Silverado. Or get $43.50 total value. Plus, current Chevy owners can...
Oh, my gosh. I can't even sit down right now. I can't even sit down right now. Oh, my God. Please. Please. We need this. We need this. Come on now.
The team's trade goals in the first period.
We need this.
Play off each other so well. Boldy varies it. 1-1 after 1. And then watch the power play. Let's see if it works. The face off that worked. That's Villa's first of the playoffs. There's a killer right here in transition. Shortstop round. They want to get back in this hockey game. Here's a great opportunity with their first power play.
And a first chance to TZ Williams. Run the point on Minnesota's top power play. The Wild 0-4 against Vegas during the regular season with the extra minutes. This is where Williams can shine.
Come on, guys. Come on!
Spins away from some pressure. Holding to Kaprizov. Hands off to Zuccarello. Back to Kaprizov. Out to Zuccarello. Moving him in the middle. Down low to Boldy. First power play chance of the series for Minnesota. Boldy to Bouillon. Bouillon with a shot. It's deflected off the glass. And the Golden Knights able to clear. Vegas this year on the penalty kill is 26th in the league. They were better down the stretch. 13 for 16 over the last 7 years. Kaprizov to Boldy. Boldy to Bouillon and hops by him and out to center ice. Zuccarello goes cross ice to Boldy. Waits for Kaprizov to get onside, then rims her around behind. Boldy got there before Haig. Erickson to Kaprizov. Relays it out to Zuccarello. Back down to Kaprizov. Kaprizov to Boldy. And he couldn't get the shot away. Boldy has it again. Waits in a circle. Boldy looking. Goes all the way out to Zuccarello. A shot. That was blocked in front. And cleared.
Little stagnant for the Wild on the power play. They kind of all spread out on the perimeter. They worked on this in practice yesterday. They had guys flying everywhere, interchangeable. They're giving it all penalty kills fits, but standing still, making it easy on Vegas.
Wild change. Zuccarello with it. Johansson moves through with speed. Johansson to the slot. Still with the puck. Goes back to Spurgeon. Spurgeon to Johansson. Sends it down to the corner. Nyquist under pressure. Got it to Johansson. To the line, Spurgeon. Moving toward the net. Hill with a blocker save. Vegas back at full strength. And it's cleared out. McNabb couldn't get it out of his own, however. Hartman has it. Hartman moves down to the corner for Minnesota. Circles the net, knocked off of his stick. He recovers. Got it through to Spurgeon at the point. Spurgeon to Nyquist. His shot hit a skate. Johansson with a redirect. Saved by Hill. Rebounds loose. Hill's down. There's a pile up in the crease. And finally, Pietrangelo emerges with the puck for Vegas.
And what a sequence that was. It all started because McNabb came out of the back, or the box, and the defender, he didn't know what to do with that puck. Leaving that forecheck, turns it over inside the blue, and then in D-zone coverage, he just sat back. And Ryan Hunt was able to take the puck to the net. That created those chances right up in front of Hill.
Under in the corner. Past halfway through the third period. Minnesota comes up empty on the power play, and Vegas still leads by 2. White Cloud able to get it out to center for Waugh. Hands it off to Barbashev. Barbashev had a poke checked away by Middleton. He got it back. Sends it in behind the net. Shot by hand. Gustafson down. And they got a whistle in the puck loose. A break for Minnesota with Gustafson down in the crease. The whistle brings the end of the play. Minnesota still down by 2 as we head down the stretch in Vegas.
I am Polestar 3. I am pure electric performance. From the straightways to the hairpin turn, I am designed to be driven. The drive of tomorrow. I am Polestar 3. Test drive today at your local Polestar space.
To me, all surgical scan. Unfortunately, that's not very much. They don't do it quick now. No time it's just too long, like you're so like it's really home safe. You see for a while. Take care of the long from day one. I think people tell me it looks good. It makes you feel even better. I know it's got it.
Well done by 2. Just past the halfway point of the third period. Minnesota's been in this spot before. Come from behind to win 21 times this season. 7 of those times they've come from 2 goals down. Only 2 teams in the league that won more games when trailing by 2. 3 times they came from 2 down in the third period to win.
Yeah, 2 last week in a must-win game in Vancouver as a second back-to-backs. But in that game,
Oh, guys.
first shift in the third period to bring it down
What
to
are
1.
you doing?
He said to look at the clock, 9:37. They're going to need one here in the next 4.5 minutes.
And this is about the time where John Hines has really shortened his bench in previous games. Juggled his lines just a little bit, swapping Gaudreau and Hartman. Gaudreau now centering the front line. Williams is trending in Brazeau. We saw Hartman with Zuccarello and Johansson when Minnesota drew the last power play.
And I think Hines rewarding Hartman for what's been a strong game.
Getting big people for who's going.
In any particular game, he tends to give him more ice. I think that's what's happening here with Hartman.
Brodin able to hold for Minnesota. Brazeau back to Gaudreau. He was caught up by Haig. He drove. They did not do it by Hurdle. He shoves it back into the corner for Brazeau. Down to draw a shot, and a glove save by Hill.
And Reyes just doing some work on the walls, and Brazeau able to separate. And where he differs himself in the competition is he can make plays with his putter. Almost brings him right there to Gaudreau. Body position wins this battle. Finds Gaudreau again on a nice little soft pass that leads to a shot, but Aiden Hill with the glove. Trent is on the doorstep, but no rebound.
We need to get a goal, guys. Come on.
Erickson to draw against Eichel. He'll be replaced by Boldy. Davis controls. Faber pitching, able to hold against Barbashev. Kaprizov has it. Swings wide against Theodore. Kaprizov circles the net for Minnesota. Threw it out front. Boldy a redirect to one wide. Godin controls. Godin tied up by Stone. McNabb bringing it by Faber. With the flex to the corner, now Theodore on it.
Yeah, while Theodore getting aggressive on those short side pitches, if they're seeing numbers and Vegas is trying to break out, they're going to go contest the puck.
Godin knocks it down. Kaprizov, one touch. Boldy picks up the carrot. Kaprizov holds. Kaprizov fires. Boldy has it. Back here, Raphael. He scores!
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Kaprizov to hold the zone, and Boldy cashes in with his second of the night. It's a 3-2 game in Vegas.
Well, this is what they need is Smith after saying they need to win the next four. Kaprizov gets a couple of holds at the blue line, and it's the shot mentality that Hines wants him to do. He doesn't make this play pretty. It's like a body to the net. He brings it there. Gets through that first body.
Oh, that was huge. That was huge. Oh my God, that was huge. That was. Oh, we needed that. Oh, we needed that.
Wow, right back in it. The 5-on-5 game tonight has been terrific. Special teams have favored Vegas.
They get Hines getting rewarded for trusting his gut. He gets hard enough with that group.
Oh my God.
I don't know if it was really hard enough to hopefully that other group, or if he's trying to put him with that top line, but the top will work.
Hardman moves through here. He just jumped on the ice, replacing Erickson Ek. So here he is again with Johansson and Zuccarello. This line's been good. Hartman has it. Hartman fires. Deflected. Zuccarello fanned out the slot.
Come on, guys. Let's tie this game up.
Right back in for Minnesota.
The Wild were control play in the first. This is how they were winning physical battles. It was heavy on the sticks, extending those own time. They're doing it again here in the third.
Oh my God.
His shot went over the top of the net. Egg around behind for swing goal. This pass too far for Kolesar, and it'll be icing against Vegas. Let's go back to the Minnesota goal, and what a play by Kaprizov to hold it alive.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That. Oh.
Support right there.
Oh my gosh, this is insane.
How quick he makes decisions.
Insane.
Vegas never had a chance to recover from that. Holding the skill to finish.
Erickson Ek on his draw for Minnesota. After the icing call, a chance here for Hines to get the matchup he likes. And his top group that's really been going since the start of the second period. This draw, however, controlled by Vegas.
Come on, guys.
Kolesar deflects it out the center. Both Knights try to get a change as Godin retreats. Taylor couldn't get it by Kolesar. Now Erickson Ek does carry the center.
And Kolesar having a tough fit.
Hill comes out to play it. Chipped over the top of the net. Comes free in front, but Kolesar there. Boldy with a good stick. Created a loose puck for Minnesota, but the Golden Knights able to clear to center. Boldy with it. There's some pressure from Howden. Gives it back to Brodin. He in favor play catch. Brodin And it's deflected by Foligno, intercepted by White Cloud. And he gets it up to Hunt at center. Minnesota changing defenseman. Dorothea in for Vegas. Looks wide against Spurgeon. That can right on. And a save by Gustafson. He hangs on. Get excited a while.
Oh boy.
Time. The action's heating up. Time to upgrade your experience.
Oh my God, guys. This is getting intense.
One of the finest seating options at wild.com/premium playoff.
Oh, I can't.
Pressure up the ice the last 10 minutes has really given Vegas a hard time. They haven't gone through the neutral zone clean. The breakouts have been contested. There's been nothing easy for them. And you look at the Wild have been able to play the puck a lot more. And regardless of the outcome of this game, I think the Wild are learning what gives Vegas a hard time.
And the fact that if they can keep the game 5-on-5, Vegas is going to have a tough time with that top line of the Wild. That's been the case tonight. Boldy has 2, and the Wild are within 1.
All right, bathroom break, guys. Be right back.
Right now at All Home World Rugs. The more you buy, the more you save on your total rug purchase of $199 or more. Get up to $500 off sale prices. Every style is on sale now at up to 50% off regular prices. The Progressive Rug Sale now at Home World Rugs.
This is Domino's new stuffed crust pizza.
We asked people who said they've had Domino's stuffed crust pizza before
Oh, yeah.
to compare it to our new stuffed crust.
I think better than the one they have currently.
Now the box to your left, that's the Domino's stuffed crust you said you've had before.
What is going on?
Domino's has never made a stuffed crust pizza before.
Are you serious?
Oh, we're serious. It's Domino's first ever stuffed crust pizza. Try it for the first time tonight.
Mm-hmm. This is phenomenal.
Oh my God.
One spot that's never out of sight. How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson. Right now, lease the Hyundai Tucson for $273 per month. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Spring into savings at Home Floor Spring Sale. Get up to 15% off all our best-selling carpet and flooring. Plus, get free premium carpet installation, free removal and free hauling of your existing carpet, and pay no sales tax during the spring sale. Right now at Home Floors.
Matt Boldy's had a good night for Minnesota. 2 goals tonight. Verizon, reliable performance. Boldy with over 20 minutes of ice time. He's been visible from the start tonight. 6 hits, 9 attempts, and 2 goals. He came in tonight with just 1 career playoff goal.
But he's been good. I can go back to the latest goal, a backhand wraparound. I mean, amazing to have the ability to turn the hands around the backhand.
See the draw from Minnesota. Spurgeon controls. Nyquist under some pressure from Hurdle. Middleton trying to settle it down. He does. There's it around the wall. Defeated by Dorothea. Within 1 down by Foligno. Todd comes up with a puck. Todd a shot. Deflected. And lines up in the corner. Hurdle. Pestered by Foligno.
And that was good balance. Going into the third period, it was Marcus Foligno leading the game 8 hits. Hurdle leading Vegas with just 4.
Here comes Brandon Saad. Drops to Hurdle. Center across. White Cloud. Rossi back checking. Got just enough of his stick to break it up. Nyquist had a chance to spring Kaprizov. Didn't get enough on the pass. Now Kaprizov recovers. Faber with it. Hines goes right back to Faber and Brodin. Erickson, Boldy, and Kaprizov up front. Erickson played it down low, but it caught the netting. And we get a whistle with just under 5 minutes remaining. Matt Boldy with both the Minnesota goals tonight.
Pulled up feeds from Kirill Kaprizov. This one, a beauty fake shot to that backside. Boldy with good plays, and then this one, Kaprizov, the shot. It's a broken play off a block shot, but to be able to bring that one to the backhand, wrap it around, get it past that goal line before Aiden Hill can get to the post. Terrific play.
Hesitation by Brodeen before he stepped up on that play. Watershed wins the race to his full icing. Erickson wraps it off the boards. Faber now controls. His pass across, hit a skate, and Erickson brings it in offside.
To your unbreakable spirit, you move on paths called impossible. Of legend, Toyota trucks. Toyota, let's go places.
Monica Saber. And Cassidy sort of moved blue line up a little bit too. He switched the pairs up as Petrangelo and Hanifin trying to close this game out. Zuccarello reaches center, tried to dump it in, but it's intercepted. Backhand shot right on, picked up by Gustafson. Now circles up high, another shot that's saved by Gustafson. Bolasar took a hit in the corner. McNabb plays it back in.
I feel ya.
McNabb, his shot, stick. Favor stick on the play. The Wild defenseman down the stick. He'll take Hartman's as McNabb plays it across.
Come on, guys.
Blocked. Zuccarello scoops it up for Minnesota. Hartman playing without a stick. Minnesota had to change. They just dump it in. It's a fresh five for the Wild. As Theo races back into the Vegas. Zuccarello knocks it to the board. Middleton has this man tied up. Bodine able to push it down into the Vegas zone. Strong starts it back for the Golden Knights. Inside 3 to go. Turtle moves in. Gaudreau with it. As Hines tries to get his lines in order here, the next time we see the big guns, it'll probably be with Gustafson to the bench for an extra attacker. Turtle throws it off the glass. Faber back to play. Around the height of Williams. Williams puts on the brakes. Gustafson starting to move out of the crease. And Williams beats Faber at center. Erickson threw it in on goal. No move yet from Gustafson. Williams thought about stepping up, but he was a little late to do so. Right off the stone, but Vegas is offside.
That's a right read. Frustrating Eichel there, 2-on-1. William kind of gets caught. All right, the blue DB Graston Hines likes to wait until the team has full possession of the offensive zone. And William, he's got to commit there, but that's Boldy, the forward, coming back to break that 2-on-1 up. Yeah, but anytime in the Wild get the puck in the offensive zone now, full control. Hines will be calling for Gustafson.
And interesting, he just starts out with Faber and William on the blue line here, setting up for that 6-on-5 situation. Erickson moves it out. Got it to Boldy, who rings it in. Kaprizov battling with Petrangelo. Zuccarello back down to Kaprizov. Gustafson started to the bench. Turned back because Stone came up with a puck.
Yeah, Stone saw him moving too. That's right. A good turnaround shot. That one's heading in. That's a play from Gustafson.
Now Gustafson on. That's the attacker for Minnesota. Less than a minute and a half to go. Petrangelo blew it off the glass out of the play. One last for delay of game, but it deflected off the glass. No penalty coming. And will Hines take his time out here with 81 seconds left? And an offensive zone face-off. It looks like he will.
Certainly hits the glass on its way out, right above the Geico sign. Then it finds the glass up over into the netting. But the whistle gives Hines an opportunity to get the 6 guys he wants on the ice for the duration here, rested and ready to go. And with a plan, Aiden Hill, who hasn't been great with playing the puck in this game. I think the Wild have done a good job pressuring him, but keep an eye on that. With their dump-ins, he hasn't been able to stop them in the transitions with their D. He haven't been clean.
My God, let's give a goal. Tie this game up.
25 times they've pulled the goaltender. They've scored 6. 4 of those game-tying goals, including Erickson X, that punched their playoff ticket with 22 seconds left in the season finale. We've seen Marco Rossi have a little magic in these spots. He's got a pair of extra attacker goals. He's on the ice for a while. Foligno is not. He's also cashed in these spots. Erickson, Rossi, Zuccarello, Kaprizov, Boldy. The only defenseman is Bluya. Erickson will take the draw. He wins it cleanly, back to Bluya. Zuccarello, down to Kaprizov. Back down to Zuccarello. Kaprizov centers and hops all the way through. Brian trying to go down to Boldy. Intercepted by Carlson. Carlson dumped. Henry coming against Minnesota. Wow, that's so close.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Vegas is calling for it to being called a goal. Because Carlson's got no.
Are you fucking kidding me? Why do you get called for a penalty in this kind of situation? What the fuck?
Williams had the puck up in the high slot and passed on the shot. Instead, tried to make the pass down the goalie that was intercepted.
Yeah, I mean, that's an aggressive play from Carlson to come out and challenge. But again, what a trip there from Boldy. Carlson asking right away, hey.
Boldy, what are you doing?
He did have nothing but daylight. Now, I think the reason the referee didn't call it, see at the high view, is Bouillon was ahead of Carlson.
Now we gotta get a short-handed goal. Now we gotta get a short-handed goal.
Probably not. It might have also been how quickly.
Now we gotta get a goal short-handed.
Carlson had been skating through his zone with the puck.
Great. Great. Fucking great.
Wow, we're trying to get possession to get Gustafson off the ice again. At least make it 5-on-5, but Vegas controls. The Transville goes down low to Carlson, and now Stone for Eichel. Deflected, scooped up by Gaudreau. Gaudreau across the favor. Gustafson making no move to the bench. Hill sends it around the glass. Gustafson still holds his ground. Zuccarello steps up for Minnesota. Cleared off the center. And now Faber has it.
So as Lexi gets way to the end, possess the offensive zone. He's running out of time.
Now as Kaprizov moves ahead, Gus to the bench. Kaprizov blows a tire at center ice. 5-on-5 with an empty net. Spurgeon tries to throw it in. It deflects off the stick and out of play. You want to wait till you have possession, but when you're in the final minute, you might have to try to get possession with an extra skater. Face-off here will come at neutral ice. Just 9.9 seconds left. Erickson against Hurdle on a draw the Wild absolutely have to have. And they do get it. Kaprizov sends it in. Spurgeon hustling, trying to center. Comes loose to Erickson. Final seconds. And come after the horn. But Vegas has taken game one.
If it counts, it'll be Houck's second of the game, and it was close. Maybe fractions of a second, but Minnesota making their way down the tunnel regardless. Wait, that is so close.
Minnesota's rally falls short either way. And Vegas has taken the first game of the series 3-2.
Well, the right guy scored for the Wild. It was Boldy, the top group, Kaprizov. And if they're going to have a chance to win this series, Kaprizov in that line needs to outplay the Eichel line. They did in this game. The unfortunate part is the Wild, they took a penalty, and Vegas' power play was able to cash in. Right now, the power play goal is the difference. That goal is going to count. There's going to be 1/10, maybe 1/100th of a second on the clock. They drop it. The game will officially end, and Vegas is going to win this one 4-2.
Wild players have already left the bench, so there won't be a face-off. Final score becomes 4-2 Vegas. And now the Wild lead winning game 2 to come home to the split. We'll preview that, recap this, here from John Hines, all that on Wild Wild.
If you got a small business, you might not know you could be wasting money on your mobile plan.
Well, that sucked. That sucked. I don't know what to say right now. Hoping we bounce back in game 2 Tuesday night. Hopefully, I really hope we do. But yeah, that game fucking sucked. Alright, thank you guys for watching this live stream. Be sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Fucking bullshit.